It's June 23rd, 2017. I'm with Joyce Height, the Genealogy and Local History Specialist at the South Whitley Community Public Library. And today we are going to talk about nutritional research.
Nutritional research is always called the carrot factory. From most of our local citizens called it that. It was founded in 1934, and it was located on East Broad Street. And it was founded by Albert Gehrman Sr. in Vernon, Jersey. And the purpose of the factory was to extract keratin from carrot oil to supply vitamin A into baby formula. They had just invented baby formula, and it was pretty bland. It didn't have any vitamins in it, and they needed to put nutrients in it to give to the babies. And the way they did this was they would clean and they would cook the carrots. Then they would put them in a press and squeeze them and try to squeeze all the juice out till all they had left. They'd throw away the juice, and then they would take the pulp and they would dry it and would make it into a kind of an orange colored flour. And then they would put some petroleum ether in it, and then they would cook that, and then they would take the petroleum out, because that would make you sick if you ever ate that. But what you came out with was pure carrot oil, and this was what was called keratin. And keratin is crystallized out of the oil and makes pure vitamin A. And people my age won't remember this, but during World War II, to save money, they quit making butter. And what they would produce was Olio, and it was pure white, and it looked like all you was eating was lard. And there wasn't much nutrients in it. So when you bought your Olio, it came with a little capsule of yellow liquid, and you would break the capsule in, and you would work this yellow in to this white lard, is what I call it. And that was my job when I was a little girl. Mom would get the Olio, and I'd break the capsule in and make it, and it would put vitamin A into the Olio, and it would look like butter because it had a yellow color then. And so I remember doing that a lot. But the capsule was made here in South Whitley, and probably went all over the world, maybe even there. Then after the war, Nutritional Research made vitamins for people and made food supplements and vitamins for animals. Animals such as rabbits, hamsters, cattle, hogs, chinchillas, birds, mink, all kinds of birds and animals. And one of the things that they made was for, I thought was interesting, was for flamingos. Because when they were raised in zoos, they didn't have any color. But when they were raised in the wild, they were this pretty pink. And that was because they were getting their vitamin A from the greens that they ate out in the fields and so forth. So Nutritional Research found a way to make a vitamin, get the carrot oil in, give it to the flamingos in the zoos, and pretty soon you had pink flamingos. Then they kept selling vitamins and everything. Then Al Gehrman retired, and his nephew took over the company. And shortly after the nephew took over the company, in December 23rd, 2004, fire broke out and destroyed all the buildings, all the equipment, and everything, and it has not been rebuilt or anything done to it. And we have just a empty lot back where it used to be. The history of nutritional research was written in a book called Parallel Lives. It was written by George Fleck, and it talks about the lives of the Gehrmans that ran the business.